Magazine, joined now by Fenton, Missouri's by way of Concord, North Carolina now, Kenny Schrader. My first question is, how do you keep track of your schedule? I mean, you're all over the place. You got somebody pointing you in the right direction?
No, I do my schedule myself. That way when I screw up, I know who did it, you know.
Now, last night you were in the Maritimes, right, up in Canada?
Yeah, Halifax, Nova Scotia. I had never been up there, and that was quite interesting. We had a 6:30 flight out of there this morning, which was 5:30 here, so yeah, it was a kind of a short night last night.
And Wednesday you were down in Tennessee.
Yeah, Wednesday we ran the truck. Thursday I was at my shop. And tonight, as soon as this is over, we fly right out of here and go to Springfield, Illinois to run the ARCA car in the mile dirt tomorrow.
And somewhere in between you managed to run your own racetrack. You still run regularly with the truck series. And tell us what else is happening with Sprint Cup with you nowadays.
We haven't run any Sprint Cup this year. There's really no opportunities out there. I've had a lot of birthdays for that sport, you know, and you know we were blessed that we were able to do it for a number of years. But we're just playing with the truck some, running the ARCA car some, and running my dirt cars all over. This is only the third time. Tonight's only the third time all year, and we've run like 60 times already that I haven't run my own car.
What is the secret to keep up this pace? I mean, you're in your middle 50s now, but the pace, I mean, you're as busy now as you've ever been.
Yeah, well, all I got to do. I mean, all I got to do is drive. You sit on your butt and you only got to work your feet a little bit, and only a half-hour race maybe, so that's no big deal. I mean, the guys pretty lucky. We got a bunch of guys that get the cars there for us and keep them up and ready to go and stuff, so I just get to do the fun part.
When was the last time you hopped in a dirt modified? It's probably the first time you've ever been on one on asphalt.
No, it's not. When dirt had a asphalt series, yeah.
Back in the early 90s.
Yeah, how about late 80s? We won one of their races at Senair on the 7/8 mile, I guess it was, and we ran with them at Thompson, a couple places. And I believe that's probably, I might have been in a dirt modified a couple times since then, but it's been 15 years.
How is the car so far? I know they've been really working on it, trying to get it more to your liking.
Yeah, well, the problem is I don't know what my liking is, you know. But we were in the middle of the field in first practice, and we're making some changes. So hopefully we'll get it a little bit better, and I'll figure out where to turn.
Well, we appreciate the fact that you'll spend a couple of minutes with us, and we thank you for joining us here in Plattsburgh, New York at the Airborne Speedway, and hope you have good success tonight. And again, thanks a lot for being here at Airborne.
Just glad to be at a track we haven't been before, and just hope fans enjoy it. It'll be, it's a neat looking facility, and I just like to see all these cars.
That's Kenny Schrader, everybody. Stay tuned. More Motorsports Magazine's coming right up. Welcome back to Motorsports Magazine, joined now by Dad Kurt Seymour and son Curtis Seymour. We'll start with you first, Kurt. Talk about your racing experience back through the years.
Yeah, when it was dirt here, I raced dirt here, Devil's Bowl in Albany, and I figured I'd give this a try. Of course, my son started racing last year and got me right back into it.
So that really was a hook for you. Once you saw him back out on the track and he was having a lot of fun, you said, well, I got to try that too.
Yeah, it was. It brought me right back into it, the fever to get back out here. You know, I said, I'm just going to go and watch, but you know how that is when you race before. You got to get back into it.
So, Curtis, why in the first place did you want to get back out, or not get back out, get out here in the first place in the Bomber division?
Well, I started off with the Enduros, and it was something different, go 200 laps, and I made it to 198 on my first time, and then I made it to 197 on my second time, finishing in the top 5. So I was talking to the old man, I said, you know, it'd be nice to give it a try, you know, so we found a car, bought a car off from Butch Lemire, and paid $500 for the car, put it together, did what we could, come out here at the first race, wrecked it. And we put it back together, come back out, and I had a top 10 finish. So I said, you know, there's something that I really like. As soon as it gets in your blood, that's it. So, and then last year I finished 5th in the point standing on my rookie year. So I said, you know what, I'm going to build a brand new car. And with the help from my sponsors and my crew chief, Tammy Pulsifer, and we were able to do so. And so I built a brand new car, come out here within 5 races, we got it totaled, and then had to rebuild it again, and then come back the following week, got put into the wall, had to rebuild it again, and now finally we finally got it. We got it, I think it was bent in the right position, because now it's fast. It's a lot faster than it was when I first got the car, and learning this new track, it's unbelievable from last year.
And you bring up a good point too. For a lot of people, you know, they might have different hobbies, fishing, golf. Some people like to go and travel with a motorhome and go camping. But for the racing folks, it's kind of, once you're hooked, it really is something that just becomes a part of your makeup.
Absolutely. I mean, it started off with doing demolition derbies. Actually, my father had done it for years, a 7-time feature champion demolition derby, and then I got into that. And then when getting into the racing, it brought me back when I was a kid and watching my father race. And I said, you know what, I'm going to try it, give it a whirl, get the name back out there on the track, and with the great promoters we got here with Mike Perotti and Fuller, you couldn't ask for a better track to race at.
Now, Kurt, when was the last time that you had raced previously, up until this recent time back here at Airborne?
I think it was around 1981.
So back on the dirt, and you were running old CVRA tracks at the time. Airborne was a part of it, and you said Devil's Bowl, Malta too?
Yep, Malta too. They were pro stock cars back then, which is the Renegades today, And we had a lot of fun back there. The dirt was fun. Then I got out of it for a long time, and like I say, my son got me back into it,
But when you think back to that time as compared to now, probably a little more intense for you back then as compared to now?
Yes, it is. Yeah, and these front-wheel drive cars are something to learn, I'll tell you. I'm used to throwing a car in the corner to get it around in the dirt, but the front-wheel drives, I'm still learning a lot about them. And like I say, we're sharing his crew chief here, so she's doing a lot of work on the cars. We got some real good sponsors, C&L Taxi, Michelob Beer, Plattsburgh Distributing, Jack Fisher, Southside Redemption, and I don't think I missed anybody. I hope I didn't. Of course, my wife, Gail, she puts up a lot of the money. And we're doing okay. I'm 14th in a point, but it's not bad for what I'm doing out here.
Now let's talk about, we'll start first with your division. Of course, you're running in the mini modifieds, a division where if you don't have everything perfect, you can see guys that are in the top 5 in points that are just flying right to the front every single week. It really is a difficult division.
Yes, it's very difficult. You got Bill Thwaites, you got the Donors, and I hope I don't forget them, but there's a lot of fast cars out here. I'm just trying to finish every week, which I have DNF yet, but I'm having a lot of fun.
And are you hooked? I mean, is it something that you want to keep going?
Yeah, I'd like to move up to Renegade next year if possible.
All right.
Get back into the full-size cars,
Well, that sounds good, moving possibly up to the Renegades. And what about your future plans? Maybe someday racing against Dad?
Well, actually, I'm hoping by the end of the year, if we have a big race for bombers and mini mods, I want to bring back the old blue and run in this class. I'd like to speak with Perotti and see if I can run in this class, just so I can pass him and wave to him as I go by. Let him know, I can compete in that class next year. Next year, I'm going to run the mini mods.
But it has to be pretty cool, though, to have Dad racing and you're right next to him in the pits, and you guys get to work together on the cars, and you get to share notes as much as they might compare with one another. I mean, what's underneath them is still basically the same. It's just they look a little bit different. That's got to be fun working with each other.
Oh, yeah, we have a ball, and it's all about fun. We have a good time doing it. And it's something I've thought about years ago, but it was always in the future, and he got me back in it. Here we are racing with each other, so it's a good time, real good time.
Has he taught you any old tricks?
No, actually, I'm teaching him a few. Like he had mentioned about the rear-wheel drive, that's all he ever drove. And now front-wheel drive, when he first started, I had to explain to him, Dad, you can't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, but I like it that way. Yeah, but you're slowing down. I could see. And he finally adapted. He's doing better. He's learning a lot really quick, and that's because of his past experience.
I asked Kurt about the mini mod class. How about the bombers? Your take on the division?
Very competitive. I mean, for the group of guys that we have in our class, it's very competitive. Right now, Dervaj, he's running away with the points, and he's doing a great job keeping the car nice and clean. I can't speak that for myself, but he's doing a great job for his rookie year. I'm 5th in points now, and I'm hoping to move up because that's where I was last year. I want to take 4th.
Well, we need to let you guys go because practice is coming up. You might have heard the call in just a minute. Kurt, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you very much, and I want to thank Mike Perotti and Steve Fuller. Wonderful job they're doing here.
All right, we'll let you go and get ready to get in the car. Curtis, good luck to you tonight as well.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, C&L Taxi, Southside Redemption, and Marty's Carpet in Plattsburgh.
All right, those are the Seymours, Kurt and Curtis. Look for them in the Mini Mod and the Bomber division. Stay tuned, more Motorsports Magazine is coming right up. Richie Turner in the 17, the 61 for point man, the top point man Robin Wood, the 73 for Larry Underwood, and the 99 is Barry Vermont's Cody Blake. Green flag. Cody Blake is third in points over at Thunder Road, but look out, Jamie Atkins drifts up the track in 2, gets the big chunk of Tyler Terry in the 44. He goes flying across the bunker. As they headed to turn number 2, the 68 just drifted right up the racetrack. Tyler Terry on the outside of him, no place to go, and he ends up in the bunker. Not complete a lap, so we'll have a full restart here. The green flag, back out. Stoner in the 57, Bruno in the 33. Travis Bruno appears to have a pretty good run going for him on the top of the racetrack. He is going to take advantage of that progressive banking, take the lead down the backstretch into turn number 3, but now he slides up the track. Richie Turner in the 17, thinking about a 3-wide move if he can thread the needle there, but he thought better of it and backed out. It was almost dead even at the stripe. Let's see if Bruno can handle a little better. He does again off turn number 2. No problem last time either. It was over here in turns 3 and 4 where he slipped. So it's a good battle out front. Stoner in the 57, Bruno in the 33. Much better line this time for Travis. He's right up against the wall though. He's able to hang on to it, but Howard Stoner is still leading the way. Richie Turner in the 17. A little tap perhaps to the 33. Is there 3 wide now for second? Chris Reeves on the inside. Turner in the 17 trying to thread the needle now and come on through. On the outside it is still Bruno in the 33. Robin Wood also looking to move towards the front. Turner is sideways off the 4th turn. Howard Stoner in the 57 shows the way. The 00 for Chris Reeves running in that second spot. Robin Wood trying to come through in the 61. On his door is Richie Turner in the 17. Wood trying to get perhaps to the inside of the 00. Howard Stoner with the ED Enterprises 57 shows the way off turn 4 and down the front stretch. It's a car length and a half lead for the 57 over now Robin Wood in car number 61, and Wood has closed quickly. Down the backstretch off turn number 2, the lead is 5 feet. Robin Wood looks to the outside, now looks down to the inside. Howard Stoner has the line. Third is Chris Reeves in the 00. Running in the 4th position, Richie Turner on the outside. Hey, how about Tyler Terry in the 44? He has raced back to 5th in the Pizza Palace number 44 after that mishap, working to the outside of Jamie Atkins on the opening lap. It is Howard Stoner and Robin Wood, and now Robin Wood says it is time to go. He looks to the outside with a Rennerec Ganieka Bingo number 61 trying to get in a position to challenge for the top spot, but Howard Stoner running strong down on the inside with his number 57 hanging on the lead. Matter of fact, Wood right now has to worry more about second. Chris Reeves trying to take it back away from him. But now Robin Wood with a good run off turn number 2. Pulls up to the door of Stoner into turn number 4. Howard Stoner runs him down the front stretch. Chris Reeves looked to the inside of Stoner along the front stretch at the stripe, and still with 57 by about a foot. Robin Wood pulls even on the outside. They run door to door off turn number 2. Down the backstretch. Wood got a real good run last lap off 2. He's got a good run going for him again into turn number 3. On the outside of the track, Robin Wood in car number 61 will race down the front stretch trying to take the lead away, and he will. Robin Wood is the leader. Gets down to the inside in turn number 1. Richie Turner trying to go with him on the outside. Howard Stoner in car number 57 drifting up the track, perhaps a piece of Turner off of turn number 2. They'll run side by side into the 3rd turn. Robin Wood is the race leader. Good battle for second now between Stoner and the 57 and Turner in the 17. Give it to Turner at the stripe with a white flag out. Robin Wood, Richie Turner, Howard Stoner, Chris Reeves, then the 44 of Tyler Terry as they race down the backstretch. Final time in this qualifier. Robin Wood is going to get the job done. The points leader is going to win his qualifier. Here he comes off 4. Checkered flag for Robin Wood. Richie Turner to 2nd. Howard Stoner is 3rd. 4th to Chris Reeves. 5th goes to the 44 of Tyler Terry. Then it's Travis Bruno, Larry Underwood, and Cody Blake in the number 99.
That's the field for the second qualifier for the Speedster Midgets. They pick it up as they come off turn 4, down the front stretch. Green flag is out.
Oh, they touch.
Trouble right off the bat. One car nearly getting upside down. That was the 76 of Jean-Francois Tessier as he got hooked with Dominic Lucier's number 4. Caution flag is out. The 13 spun at the back of the pack, Alex Roth from Candiac, to avoid that mishap. Again, their feature lineup scheduled to start as a heads-up start. Here they pick it up off turn 4. Green flag is out. Carl Labonte on the inside grabs the lead and will lead him up the backstretch the first time. Poirier in that number 28 car running in the 2nd spot. Good battle for the 3rd spot. Tobias in the 17 and Billy V in the 23. Labonte opens up 5, now 6 car lengths up the backstretch, but here comes Tobias on the inside. Richie Tobias looks to take the 2nd spot away. It's a good battle. 3 cars now battling for that number 2 spot. Tobias has second at the stripe. Poirier trying to come right back on the outside. He picks up the momentum on the outside. And he will lead that battle for the number 2 spot up the backstretch. Tobias, 17, runs in the number 3 spot now. Carl Labonte is your leader. They'll be halfway next time by. Yannick Poirier from St. Mathieu, Quebec, running in the number 2 spot. Richie Tobias is second. Tobias hails from Hershey, Pennsylvania. 4th spot goes to Billy V in the 23. 5th spot goes to Tyler Potts in that 12. And Alex Waugh from Candiac has the best view. They'll complete lap number 5 this time by single file off turn 4. Labonte leads it. It's still Poirier running in that number 2 spot with Tobias third. Two to go this time by. Labonte, Poirier, Tobias, and V. Your top 4. 5th spot maintained by that Tyler Potts number 12. But here comes the 13 of Alex Waugh to look for room on the inside. It's a good battle for that 5th spot. White flag is out. Carl Labonte looking awfully strong by a win in the second qualifier. He will start on the outside pole for the main event. Yannick Poirier trying to close in as they come off turn 4. Checkered flag is out at the line. It's Carl Labonte. Second spot goes to the 20 of Poirier. Third spot goes to the 23 of Billy V. Fourth spot goes to the 17 of Tobias. And rounding out the top 5, Tyler Potts in car number 12.
To make for Prano starts the number 4 machine in the 7th spot. Outside, it's Jim Introne in the 9. Then it is the 24F for George Foley, the 21 for Spencer Rushlaw, and shotgun on the field. In the number 73, it is Jim Davis. Jim is from Ballston Spa, New York. He is a regular runner with the big blocks down at the Fonda Speedway in that number 73. Fonda has a week off this week with the fair in town, so he decided to haul on up to Plattsburgh and try out the asphalt with a big A and with his 358 motor. As they run down the front stretch, 3 wide into turn number 1, racing for about the 6th spot. Leon Gagnon moving through. Aaron Barnaby trying to get around Neil Provost. Out front, Jason Durgan, he's being pestered by Pierre Bertillon for the lead. Here comes Durgan off the 4th turn. Bertillon following right in tow along the front stretch. Bertillon looks down to the inside. The 17 of Durgan trying to hang on to that top spot. Bertillon now about a half car length off the back bumper. Again, dives down to the inside into turn number 3. Durgan trying to close that lane, trying to shut it down on Bertillon off turn number 4, and he'll hang on to the lead. But again, Bertillon dives down to the inside of the 1. Again, Durgan is able to hang on to the top spot and actually lengthens the lead to about 2 car lengths. And then it's a good gap back to Mike Riel, who runs 3rd. 4th is Leon Gagnon. Charging quickly in on that spot, though, is George Foley in the 24F. Remember, top 4 cars will pick up their handicap. If you finish in the top 4, you cannot start worse than 12th. And out front it is Jason Durgan in car number 17, turning laps at 16.325. That is the fast lap of the qualifier so far, turned by Jason Durgan. Halfway in qualifier number 1 for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds tonight. We've got a 2-car battle out front, and it's a gap back to Mike Riel, who runs 3rd. Leon Gagnon running 4th in the 4, but he's going to be feeling the heat soon. George Foley can't afford to just sit there in that 5th spot. He wants to challenge and get into the top 4 to pick up handicap. Foley looks to the inside of Gagnon for that 4th position, but nothing doing. Leon hangs on to 4th. Last week's winner, Aaron Barnaby, running 6th in his qualifier in the B3. Barnaby picked up his 2nd win of the season last week. He's from Sheldon, Vermont, but right now mired in the 6th position in the qualifier. Jason Durgan leading by 1 car length. Pierre Bertillon has looked high, he's looked low, he's looked all over the place, and he has not been able to find a way around Jason Durgan as they come down the front stretch. 2 laps to go for Durgan in the 17. With Bertillon still running in 2nd, looking to the inside again off turn number 2. Nothing doing. Bertiom had the field covered last week, but the right rear tire went flat inside 10 laps remaining. That cost him the win as he was looking for his first of the season. White flag for Jason Durgan. Let's see if Bertiom can make the pass. Durgan again lights up that right rear tire off turn number 2, leading by a half car length. Bertiom drives it down to the inside into turn number 3. Here comes Jason Durgan in the 17, using up that right rear, going for the win, and he will win it. Jason Durgan wins. Pierre Bertiom is second. Third to Mike Riel. Fourth to Leon Gagnon. Fifth, George Foley. Sixth, Aaron Barnaby. Seventh goes to Jim Smith. And eighth will go to the 18 of Chris Kaye. The shotgun position, the 58 for Don Brissett. Don also from Plattsburgh. That's the field. 8 strong, green flag. Joe Daniels in the 46 leads them off turn number 2, and they're 3 wide, trying to go around Mark Caron. Lance Raptoy in the middle, brother Dave Raptoy on the outside, Mark Caron down on the inside. 3 wide, racing for third. Lance right now has that third spot through the middle, but check out Dave Raptoy on the outside to the stripe. He's the one that's going to have third. Fourth, it is Lance Raptoy in the number 11. Now they're 3 wide, racing for the 5th position. Nick Haywood is going to race to 5th. He's got Joe Warren to his right. Side-by-side racing on down the backstretch into turn number 3. Lance Raptoy, Dave Raptoy, Nick Haywood in the number 29, now trying to move to the inside of Dave Raptoy and take the 4th position away. Randy Ledoux has taken the lead from Joe Daniels. He leads by a car length, and he's starting to check out down the backstretch. Joe Daniels running second, Lance Raptoy third in the number 11, but Raptoy moves to the inside of Daniels in the number 46, trying to grab the second spot off turn number 4. New second place man is Lance Raptoy. Nick Haywood in the 29, following through on that inside line. He is going to race to third. Joe Daniels sliding back in the number 46. Joe has 2 wins this year with that number 46, but those wins came earlier in the season. Out front it is Randy Ledoux, and he's got about a 6-car length advantage over Lance Raptoy in the number 11. It has been a make or break season for the 47. When he has been hooked up, that car has been as fast as anybody. He's won 3 times, as we said, the only guy in this division with 3 wins. But too often, he's had all kinds of bad luck, often getting involved in incidents that were no fault of his own. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. There was a stretch where about 3 consecutive weeks that 47 was collected in somebody else's mistake, or by somebody else's mistake. And if he were to have those 3 weeks back, we'd probably have a 4-car battle for the point standings. Randy Ledoux continues to show the way. With just 2 laps remaining in this qualifier, Nick Haywood trying to take second away from Lance Raptoy. Lance in the 11 working on the outside of the racetrack. Nick Haywood in the number 29. Nick, remember, about a month ago, totaled his number 29 Camaro. Nick and his team went and purchased this car that had been campaigned earlier in the year by Chris Guerin. It was then number 6. Purchased the car. The first week they really didn't have the setup as Joe Daniels is sliding off turn number 2. A lot of smoke over there in the second turn. Checkered flag is going to be out. Here they come. Randy Ledoux off turn number 4 is going to win it. The race for second down to the stripe. It's going to be Nick Haywood on the inside for second. Third to Lance Raptoy. Fourth to Joe Warren. Fifth to Dave Raptoy. Sixth to Mark Caron in the number 5. And it will be Joe Daniels in the 46 finishing 7th.
Anderson, the 84. Stephen Brissett in the 10. That's your field. Keysville Napa Mini Modifieds are under green. On the outside, the 77 of John Bradley will lead them up the backstretch the first time. 3 wide action off turn number 3 as they battle for those middle positions. Some of the points leaders starting well in the back of the pack, having to work their way through to the front. 20 laps the distance tonight, so they've got 5 extra laps to try to work their way through the traffic. 4 wide this time off turn 2. It continues to be John Bradley up front in the 77. The 03 of Speedy Brissett running in the number 2 spot. Mr. Turd, he runs in Turd in the 08. Great action as they battle for spots right around 10 through 15. 4 wide action. Look out, the 33 of Jenkins goes around. He got tapped from behind by the 45 of Malcolm Woodward. A nice job by Billy Jenkins to hold on to that car. The guy that took the worst of it, Matt Brusso in the 26. He falls all the way to the back of the pack. It continues to be the 77 of John Bradley running up front. But here comes Mr. Turd on the outside. Mr. Turd no longer in third. He's in second as he takes that away from Speedy. But Speedy coming right back on the inside. These top three cars have pulled away from the fourth place car of Jimmy Collins in the 0-2. Justin Doner's number 1 runs 5th, followed by Bobby Rivera in 6th. Tommy Santillo's 88 is 7th. 8th spot goes to the 93 of Eli Bishaw. Dusty D runs 9th. Billy Twaits is 10th. Moving into the 11th spot right now, here comes the 95. That's Captain Thunder, Rick Doner. Jimmy Varno next, followed by Chris Levere, Gilligan, and Eric Riel. New leader up front. Mr. Turd shows the way. Andrew Bordeaux in the 0-8. Car ran fast last week. He's running fast once again tonight. Here comes Justin Doner on the move. Leading to the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 3. Doner goes to third. He'll look to take second away from Speedy as they come off turn 4. Justin Doner on the inside. Speedy Brissett on the outside. Doner takes the second spot. Brissett back to third in the 0-8 in the Bradley 77. Dusty D has moved into 5th. Collins is 6th. Twaits 7th. Bobby Rivera 8th. Captain Thunder's 9th. And Gilligan is up to 10th. Remember, 20 laps tonight for the mini modifieds. 20 laps. Mr. Turd shows the way in the 0-8. But here, quickly closing in is the 1 of Justin Doner. Doner right onto the back bumper of the 0-8. 5 car lengths back to Speedy Brissett's 0-3. But Dusty D is on the move. Dusty D looking to take the third spot from Speedy. Brissett just a little bit high in the 0-3. And he's going to lose the third spot. He may lose 4th because here comes Billy Twaits on the inside in the 69. And Rick Doner will follow him through. Meanwhile, up front, Justin Doner has assumed command. Doner leads the way. Bordeaux runs second in the 0-8. Third spot goes to Dusty D. Second place points man is Billy Twaits. He's just ahead of the 95 of Rick Doner, who is the points leader. We've got a mess in turn 2. The Varno 11 has gone around and will bring out the caution. Woodward's 45 as is involved, as is the 26 of Matt Busso. John Bradley is 8th. Jimmy Collins 9th. And Chris Levere rounds out the top 10. Green flag is out. 11 to go for Justin Doner. Trouble for the 3 car of Jenkins as he is headed back to the garage area. Off turn 4, Justin Doner continues to lead the way, but Twaits has moved into second in the 69. Bordeaux still holding on to the third spot in the 0-8. Dusty D has dropped out of the top 3 as here comes Rick Doner to the inside of Mr. Turd. Doner now takes the third spot from Turd. As that's happening, Billy Twaits has got the lead in the 69. Justin Doner trying to hang right with him on the outside. Here comes Captain Thunder, now third. Randy Martin in the 77B, now 4th. Dusty D is back to 5th. Outside, that's Mr. Turd. Andrew Bordeaux in the 0-8. Then we've got the 4 of Chris Levere. Gilligan now looking to the inside of the 95 of Rick Doner as they try to get by the 1 of Justin Doner. Bill Twaits has opened up ground in this battle for the number 1 spot. Martin on the inside may take that second spot away from Justin Doner. How about that? Gilligan goes to second. That's a car that's been much faster on the outside than the inside, but tonight Randy's done well on the inside of the racetrack. Twaits leads it. Martin is second. Justin Doner third. Rick Doner fourth. 5th spot goes to Dusty D in the 12. Chris Levere is 6th. Andrew Bordeaux 7th in the 0-8. Speedy Brissett is 9th. 10th spot, that's going to go to Bobby Levere on the outside of Jimmy Collins in the 5. They're going to have 5 to go this time by for Bill Twaits. He continues to maintain that 5-car length advantage over Gilligan in the number 2 spot. Rick Donor looking for a way by the 1 of Justin Donor. If they stay the way they are right now, Bill Thwaites is going to be your new points leader going into next Saturday night. It would be a 6-point lead. Trouble on the backstretch. 1 car is off in the bunker. That's the Terry Bishaw 36. He's got it refired and will stay green. That's good news for those top 2 cars as they want to keep the 1 and the 95 as far behind them as possible. Thwaites and Martin have pulled away from the battle for the number 2 spot. Donor on the inside, Donor on the outside. Rick in the 95, Justin in the 1. Chris LeVere battling side by side with Dusty D for the number 5 spot. 2 laps to go, this time by for Billy Thwaites. Randy Martin right on his back bumper looking for a way by. And they're still side by side in the Donor family feud. Rick and Justin battling for the number 3 spot. Leaders come off turn 3 into turn 4. They'll see the white flag from Chief Starter Weasel Brunel. 1 to go. Thwaites leads it. Martin second. Rick Donor in the 95 has moved into the number 3 spot. Lap traffic should not be a problem. These 2 cars will have it to decide it. Thwaites on the inside, Martin on the back bumper. Will he go to the outside? No, he's going to look to the deep inside. Won't be enough. Thwaites wins it. Martin is second. 3rd spot goes to the 95 of Rick Donor. 4th goes to the 1 of Justin Donor. And Dusty D comes back on the outside in the 12 to take that 5th spot.
Bill Sawyer, the 39. The 77 of Rick Frenier still runs second. Richie Turner runs in the 3rd spot. The 44 of Tyler Terry runs in the 4th position. But now here's Terry moving down to the inside. Tyler Terry trying to take a position away from Richie Turner as they race for 3rd. Side by side racing for the 5th position as well. Chris Reeves and Robin Wood running side by side off the 4th turn along the front stretch. Bill Sawyer leads by a half car length. Then it is the 77 of Frenier. A car length back to Tyler Terry in the 44. A half car length back to the 17 of Richie Turner. Right now it is Chris Reeves in the 5th position on the inside. Robin Wood continues to work on the outside of the racetrack with a 61, and now Jamie Begor trying to get to the back bumper of the 00 and see if he can perhaps move to the inside of Robin Wood and take away that 6th position. Side by side now for 2nd. Tyler Terry diving down to the inside. Rick Frenier on the outside in the 77. They touch in 3 and 4. Terry trying to come on through. Look at Chris Reeves down on the inside. They're 4 wide along the front stretch. Look out. Cars diving down to the infield. The 77 and the 44 got together. Turner in the 17 goes back up the racetrack. As they race off turn number 2, Chris Reeves to the 2nd position. Frenier somehow manages to hang on to 3rd. Don't keep your eyes on the 77 and the 44. They touched that time off the 4th turn, and that really was a bad break for Jamie Begor in the 19. Begor was trying to move through down on the inside. Those cars came back down the racetrack. Begor on the inside line had no place to go. He got slammed into the infield after the contact between the 77 and the 44 off turn 4. Out front, it's the 39 of Sawyer. Chris Reeves is running 2nd. Reeves has won once this season. He's looking for win number 2. He taps the back bumper into turn number 2. Everybody's all right off the 2nd turn. They run in line down the backstretch. Reeves again right on the back bumper of the 39 of Sawyer. The 77 starting to draw back in. Look who else is moving towards the front. It's the 20 of Bucko Branham. He is now 4th. Branham a 10-point deficit. He has passed Robin Wood. He is now in a position to pick up points on Robin Wood, as right now Wood is sliding in the 6th position in the 61. Now out front, here comes Chris Reeves, working down on the inside of Bill Sawyer. Sawyer sideways off the 4th turn, trying to hang on to the lead. He's got the lead at the stripe still by about 5 feet. They touch into turn number 1. Again, close off turn number 2. Dead even down the backstretch. Now Reeves puts the nose out in front. The 39 of Sawyer trying to hang right with him. Reeves still has the lead into turn number 4. Here they come off the 4th turn. Again, they touch off 4. They're leading on one another down the front stretch. Chris Reeves has the lead. The 77 of Rick Frenier right there running in the 3rd position, now going for 2nd. Frenier diving down to the inside of the 39 of Sawyer. He's got Bucko Branham on his back bumper. Problems for Richie Turn with 17. He's off the pace. He's going to take it down to the infield. Out front, it's Chris Reeves. Rick Frenier trying to pull up on his back bumper, running in the second spot, but now 2 car lengths behind Reeves, who is out front. Branham has moved to third. Sawyer stuck on the outside and sliding backwards. Robin Wood runs in the 4th position. Make it 5th as Sawyer fights back on the outside. He was losing spots, but now puts up a little bit of a fight with Robin Wood trying to move through down to the inside. Slower car, that is the number 4 of Aubin that they will have to work around. He'll keep it down on the inside. Here comes the 00 of Chris Reeves around the 4 car. The 77 of Frenier has his hands full as Bucko Branham is right on the back bumper. Frenier runs in the 2nd spot. Branham is running 3rd. 4th, it is the 61 of Robin Wood. 5th, it is Bill Sawyer. 6th is the 44 of Tyler Terry. Terry's car has not been as strong since the contact coming off of turn number 4. Challenging for 2nd is Bucko Branham, taking a peek to the inside of the 77. They are even into turn number 3. Here comes the 77 back after him on the outside. Bucko Branham from the inside down the front stretch to the stripe. He's got 2nd. The Professor Bucko Branham moves to the 2nd spot. Let's see if he can chase down Chris Reeves with a 00. Reeves leading. Branham 2nd. Frenier running 3rd. 4th is Robin Wood. 5th is Bill Sawyer. 6th is Tyler Terry. 7th is Sean Duquette. 8th is Howard Stoner. 9th is Toby Ebersol. 10th is Jamie Begor with the number 19. 1 car length is the advantage. Reeves works high on the racetrack off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Bucko Branham is right there. He's about 5 feet off the back bumper, now looking down to the inside for the lead. Reeves has the lead at the stripe by a half car length. He tries to pin him down into turns 1 and 2. Robin Wood is off the pace. Robin Wood is losing spots in the 61. He is slow off turn number 2. Perhaps the rear end down with the 61 as he tries to limp around the racetrack. Out front, it is the 20 of Bucko Branham trying to take the lead away from Chris Reeves. Reeves hanging on to lead of the stripe. 5 laps remaining. Robin Wood is trying to wrestle this race car around the track. The right rear tire down on the 61. The rear end bouncing up and down on that car as he tries to limp it around the track to salvage the points finish. Here they come off turn number 4 for the lead. Bucko Branham has it. Branham has the lead at the stripe in car number 20. Chris Reeves comes back after him. Perhaps he can pin him behind the Shagnon 86 if he gets back down to the inside. Let's see how Shagnon will play it. He's going to stay to the outside. They'll run 3 wide into 3 and 4. Working right into the hands of Bucko Branham, who will lead them off the 4th turn. Here comes Rick Frenier back after Chris Reeves for 2nd. Branham's got the lead now by a car length and a half, and he's opening it up. And he could become the new point leader. Look who's right in front of him along the backstretch. He's about to put a lap on Robin Wood, who continues to limp around the racetrack, trying to salvage a finish. 2 laps to go for car number 20 in Bucko Branham. Branham leads. Reeves runs 2nd. Frenier is 3rd. 4th is the 39 of Bill Sawyer. 5th is Sean Duquette. 6th is Tyler Terry. 7th is Howard Stoner. 8th is Jamie Begor. 9th is the 82 of Toby Ebersol. 10th is Travis Bruno. 11th is Danny Sullivan. 12th is Brian McGinley, as the white flag is out for Bucko Branham. Robin Wood could be looking at about a 15th place finish, and that would likely give the points lead to Bucko Branham, who is in turn number 3. Final lap for the defending track champion of the J&S Steel Sportsman, who is on his way to win number 3. Bucko Branham wins it. 2nd to Chris Reeves. 3rd to Rick Frenier. 4th, Bill Sawyer. 5th, Sean Duquette. 6th, Tyler Terry. 7th, Howard Stoner. 8th, Jamie Begor. 9th to Toby Ebersol. 10th to Travis Bruno. 11th, Danny Sullivan. 12th to the 35 of Brian McGinley. Larry Underwood, 13th. And 14th will go to Cody Blake in the 99.
3rd win of the year for Bucko. Come on around.
Bucko. Gonna do a 3 with these guys?
Come on over here. All right. Congratulations. 3rd win of the year. Come on back this way a little bit so we can see on the camera. Tell me about the pass of Chris Reeves. You were running side by side with him for 2 or 3 laps, and then you were able to power through on the inside.
Yeah, I really hated to pass Chris because I helped him. He parks right next to me, and the kid gets so excited when he wins. I've had enough wins, but you never get sick of winning. So, plus I figure this is a little redemption from last week. So, yeah, Chris is a good runner. I like Chris.
One of the turning points in the race, I thought there was contact fairly early in the race. Some cars that were running 2 or 3 wide off the 4-turn, contact, sent some cars down the infield, and that seemed to play to your advantage because you were able to avoid all of that and pick up some spots.
Yeah, I don't know what really happened, but you know something like that's going to happen about 8-10 laps into the race, so you kind of hope it doesn't happen, but when it does, it kind of plays into your advantage, and it did tonight for me.
And you have really come on in the last month, and unofficially by our count, with Robin having some tough luck there down the stretch, the points lead might be yours for the first time since maybe week 1 or 2, since early in the season.
Yeah, it's too bad Robin had a flat tire because, I love racing against him. He's my nephew, and, there's a lot of rivalry right there in the yard, so, yeah, I don't like him falling out to a bad fortune, but we'll take the win.
Well, congratulations on your 3rd win. Another fine job by you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Northern Sanitation, Liquor and Wine Warehouse, who else I got? Barks Shell, Adams Glass, and Daniel Signs. Thank them all very much.
All right, Bucko Branham, everybody give him a nice round of applause.
Here in the 7, Carl Labonte, the 24. Nice even pace as they head into turn number 4. They pick it up at the cone. Green! Flag is out. 3 wide action already as they hit into turn number 1. On the outside, it's Labonte in the 24. Lautier in the 7. Holds on to that number 2 spot. The 55 of Vigneault running in the 3rd spot. They come off turn 4 to complete lap number 1. Good action toward the back of the pack as the speedsters race 3 wide. But up front, Carl Labonte grabs the lead in the 24 and starts to open up 5, 6, now 7 car lengths on the 7 of Paul Lautier Jr. Vigneault in the 55 running in the 3rd spot. Then it's the battle of 28s. Now the 28 of Macri is taking the 3rd spot away from the 55 car of Vigneault. He is back to 4th. The 55 of Poirier runs in the number 5 spot. Up front, Labonte has pulled away from the 2nd place car of Lautier. The battle is for that number 3 spot. It involves the 28 of DJ Macri. And on the outside, the 55 of Patrick Vigneault. Then we come back to the Yannick Poirier in the yellow number 28. He holds down that 5th spot. Caution flag out on the speedway. We've got one of the speedsters slowing on the backstretch. We saw the 87 of Doug Rose lead early in his qualifier, but have some mechanical problems. Ready to go back to green with the speedster. And it's again Labonte who gets the good jump in the 24. But here comes Lautier on the outside. Lautier moves right alongside the 7 of Labonte. And can he get it done on the outside? Yes, he sticks his nose in front. And Paul Lautier Jr. is going to grab the lead off turn 4. Labonte is back to 2nd. Billy V in the 23 up to the number 3 spot. He now looks to the outside of Labonte. The 55 of Patrick Vigneault running in the number 4 spot. Field comes off turn 4. And up front, Lautier opens up 2-3 car lengths now on the 24 of Labonte. Billy V running in the 3rd spot in the 23. Good battle for positions 6, 7, and 8 as they nearly got 3 wide running up the backstretch. Yannick Poirier in the 28 running in the number 4 spot. But Poirier right now being challenged. How long can he hold on to that 4 spot as Patrick Vigneault is 55, trying to find a way by. Vigneault runs 5th. Top 3 cars have pulled away from the battle for the number 3 spot. Lautier still leads it. Labonte is 2nd. And Billy V runs 3rd. They're going to be halfway next time by.
Those top 3 midgets, Rick, are all very close on the scoring monitor, within 1/10 of a second of each other on every single lap.
Halfway for Paul Lautier Jr. looking to bring the win back to Lebanon, Pennsylvania. He's now got 2 or 3 car lengths on the side-by-side battle for the number 2 spot. Labonte on the inside in the 24. Billy V on the outside. He's going to take second in the 23. Billy V moves into the number 2 spot as Labonte drops back to third. And now we'll see if Billy V has anything for Paul Lothier Jr. Lothier has a 4-car length advantage as they come off turn number 4. Still a good battle going on for the number 4 spot between the 28 of Poirier and the 55 of Vigneault. 2 competitors out of the province of Quebec battle for that number 4 spot.
Billy V's lap time just a little bit faster last time, and if he can continue that slightly quicker pace, he will run him down.
He's got 7 laps to try to close in on leader Paul Lothier Jr., and he's cut that lead, which was 5 car lengths, down to about 2. 14 laps complete. 6 laps remain for the Speedster Midgets. First appearance ever at Airborne Speedway, and we've got a challenge for the lead. Might have gotten a little bit too hot going into turn number 3, and it forces Billy V to drop back a car length. But here he comes once again. Lothier Jr. in the 7. Billy V right there, moving right alongside up the backstretch. They are side by side into 3. And again, Billy V gets a little bit too hot into the corner and loses ground. Back to the inside. He's going to have the lead. Billy V with a nice move coming off turn 4, but here comes Lothier right back. Side by side up the backstretch. Billy V on the inside. Paul Lothier on the outside. They have exchanged leads over the past couple of laps. Now another move to the inside. Will he be able to get him as they race to the front stretch? No, Billy V still holds on to the lead. Lothier is second, but he's right back on the inside. Drifts up a little bit, nearly contact. It'll be 2 laps to go this time. Here comes Labonte on the inside to take second. Carl Labonte says, I'm not done yet. He's going to take the number 2 spot. 2 to go. Billy V leads the way. Side-by-side battle for second, which is now going to go to Labonte. Lothier had some steering problems as he went into turn 2 and lost quite a bit of ground. White flag is out for the 23. Off turn 4 the final time. Billy V is going to win at second spot. Is going to go to Carl Labonte. Third spot will go to the 7 of Paul Lothier Jr. The 55 will finish in the 4th spot. That's Patrick Vigneault. And rounding out the top 5 will be the 17 of Richie Tobias Jr. So the Speedster Midgets putting on a good show here at the Airborne Speedway. A good battle up front for the lead over the 20-lap main event. Rob is headed down to Victory Lane, and he'll chat with our winner. Billy V in the 23. He is from Sparrow Bush, New York.
All right, Rick, we'll get a word with Billy Van Inwagen from Sparrow Bush, New York. The points leader coming in, and he's going to leave with the points lead. Climbing out of his Speedster Midget, he'll unbuckle. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. That was a pretty good race. Dicing back and forth. Billy will unbuckle from his helmet, and then he'll come on over. We'll get a word with him. All right, Billy's all set. Come on over here, Billy. Congratulations. I was checking your lap times on our scoring monitor. Let me slide you this way a little bit so we can see you. Checking lap times on the scoring monitor, and your car stayed really consistent down the stretch. And you could see there was only a matter of time before you chased him down.
Oh, yeah, this thing was awesome. I really got to thank my dad and BR. They put their heart and soul into this deal. I mean, that car was, I could have started dead last. That car, I mean, that was unbelievable.
Compare the size of Airborne with some of the other tracks that you guys have been running on.
Oh, this is about a medium-sized track. I mean, we ran Oswego and Shangri-La there. But this is perfect size for these cars. You can really put on a good show out here.
And were you able to carry something over from some of those other racetracks to here at Airborne?
Yeah, we came here with a similar setup that we had at Shangri-La Motor Speedway, and it just really worked right from the get-go.
Now, you're from Sparrow Bush. Where's Sparrow Bush?
It's down towards the border of Pennsylvania and New York, about 4.5 hours away from here. So it's a long trip, but well worth it.
And you guys haul across to different venues in the Northeast.
Yeah, we follow the whole speedster deal, and I run a 305 sprint car, and pretty much anything I can get in.
And at the same time, you had your Quebec brethren racing tonight as well, so it's nice to have a pretty good-sized field.
Oh, yeah, this is great. This is the biggest turnout I think we've ever had with the Speedster Series here, so hopefully it was a good show for you guys.
Well, absolutely. It was a very good show. Congratulations on your win.
Thanks a lot. I really just got to thank all my sponsors, Hank Conroy Motorsports, Johnson & Conroy Insurance, Ray Everham's Racing for a reason. He helped us get this deal going. Rich Tobias gave me this car 2 years ago. I just got to thank everybody who's helped me get here tonight.
Real nice job. Congratulations. All right, once again, give all the top 3 finishers a nice round of applause tonight.
Pierre Berthiaume and Matt Woodruff will set the pace. Here they come off of turn number 4. They hit the cone. Green flag. Berthiaume flying off turn number 2. Goes to the top of the racetrack. Woodruff goes off the racetrack down the backstretch. Got the right side tires off to the bunker. Bryant Trim to second. Richard Tesseur. Here comes Tesseur on the inside. Richard Tesseur takes the second spot away. The attaché Renegade number 49 runs to the second spot. Third is Bryant Trim. Fourth is Leon Gagnon. Max Vivienne got drop kick up to the top of the racetrack. He'll lose a couple of spots. Out front, Pierre Berthiaume. Berthiaume on the scoring monitor, a 16.412, setting the fast time, 0.3 of a second faster than the time turned by Richard Tesseur, but look who's moving. The Gamache Truck Center number 90 of Martin Roy looking to the outside of Bryant Trim, racing for that third spot. Martin Roy running right behind Trim, just off the back bumper. Martin Roy has the leader in his sights, but he's got to do some work before he can really start to chase him down. Leon Gagnon runs strong in the 5th position. 6th, it's Mike Finney in the 38. Good racing for that 6th spot. Matt Woodruff the 55. Mike Finney the 38. Jason Durgan's in it. Andy Haywood is also in it. And Mike Bruno is there with the Crickets number 22. They race for spots 6 through 10 off of turn number 2. Pierre Berthiaume is opening up the lead on Richard Tesseur, although Tesseur that last lap turned his best lap of the race, but Berthiaume has just turned the fastest lap of the race, a 16.282 turned by the Joliet Quebec driver. Pierre Berthiaume turning the fastest lap of the race on lap number 11. Here he comes to make that lap 10. He completes lap number 11, his time falling off by about 1/10 of a second. Martin Roy up to the 3rd spot. Bryant Trim back to 4th. Leon Gagnon still 5th. 2nd is Richard Tesseur. Tesseur has Martin Roy starting to chase him down. Look at the gaggle of cars. Oh man, they're 3, they're 4 wide running at the back of the pack. One of the cars that looked like the Ormsby 26 turning back towards the garage area. Here comes the leader, Pierre Berthiaume, and they are running wheel to wheel right in front of him. He has no place to go. This is going to allow the 49 of Tesseur as well as the 90 of Martin Roy to start chasing him down. Berthiaume has to be really good here. He's got to be careful through the traffic. Works to the outside of Kevin Federley. Spencer Rushlaw is next. As they continue to run side by side, Kenny Schrader has worked through some of the traffic. Berthiaume around Dan Brown. Next up is Craig Riel that he's going to try to put a lap down. And in front of him is Chris Kaye in the number 18. 14 laps showing complete. Next time by, lap 15 will go up on the scoreboard. Typically that would be the halfway distance, but not tonight. 40 laps the distance. Berthiaume goes down to the inside. Chris Kaye, right now Berthiaume is snooker. He's got Kaye on the outside. He's got the 74 of Provost down to the inside. He's going to go 3 wide! Oh no, there goes Berthiaume up the racetrack! Berthiaume tried to squeeze through slower cars. He got a piece of the 74 with the 18 as well on the outside, and he is done. Running in the 7th spot. They'll stay under yellow, come down the front stretch. Chief starter Weasel Bruno will show them the clinch green flag. We go racing next time. Come off of turn number 4 together. That's the message from the flag stand to Richard Tesseur in the number 49. Again, you look up towards turn number 4 and you can see the cone that is just off the inside of turn 4, the exit of the 4th turn. That's where the green flag will be dropped. We want the cars together coming off of turn 4 at that spot. Here they come down the front stretch. Much better start. Green flag. Martin Roy gets a good run on the outside of the racetrack. He's taking the lead. Martin Roy will not be denied down the backstretch. Opening it up already on Richard Tesseur, pulling away. Good battle for 3rd. Bryant Trim, the 59, the 4 of Leon Gagnon. as they race for the third position. Andy Haywood running in the fifth spot. Mike Bruno is sixth. Seventh is Matt Woodruff in the 55. Then it is the 17 of Jason Durgan. Look at Dupree go. Patrick Dupree past Durgan, looking down on the inside of Woodruff. Patrick Dupree is now into the top 10. The last restart, he was 12th. He is now running in the 7th spot. He is right behind Mike Bruno. Patrick Dupree from 12th to 7th in a couple of laps. 7th is Dupree, 8th is Woodruff, 9th is Durgan. Wheel to wheel for 10th with Mike Wells in the 76 and the 02 of Mike Riel. Riel is sideways trying to hang on to it off the top of turn number 4. He'll lose the spot to Mike Wells. Mike Finney right up against the wall. He's got the right rear tire going down. We're already seeing some tire issues. Mike Finney in the 38. He heads back towards the garage area. Kenny Schrader still running at speed towards the back of the pack with a 35. He's got Pierre Berthiaume running right behind him. Berthiaume trying to wrestle that power plant that he's got back towards the front of the field. This time by, it's halfway for Martin Roy. He is halfway to win number 6 and halfway to having that point lead back in his grasp. Martin Roy is the leader. Richard Tisser runs second. Brian Trim third. Leon Gagnon trying to find a way around Trim, and we've got a yellow flag. In turn number 4, a couple of cars down on the inside of the turn. One of them is Chris Kay in the 18. Those cars running in the top 10 halfway through, 40 laps the distance. Here they come off turn number 4 on the hammer to the green flag. Matt Woodruff looking right down to the infield, trying to find a way around the Crickets 22 of Mike Bruno. That didn't work for him, and now perhaps going to lose a spot as he is fighting with Jason Durgan running wheel to wheel for position 8th on the racetrack. Martin Roy running away from the anti-Chateauguay number 49. Third, still Bryant Trim. 4th is Leon Gagnon. 5th is Andy Haywood, but the story that is developing is the 24 of Patrick Dupree. Can Dupree work through this traffic? Now he's also got Mike Bruno with him in the Crickets 22. As Dupree looked to the outside, Andy Haywood drifted up the track. Now there goes Dupree around Haywood. Patrick Dupree trying to take the spot away from Haywood, working it right up against the wall. And he's still in the 6th position, but now he's got a good run. Oh no, Brian Trim drifted up in front of him, and now he will go back a spot. Brian Trim in the 59 took away some of that momentum. Look at him running 3 wide into turn number 4, racing for the 5th spot, and it's still Andy Haywood hanging on. Make that the 4th position. 4th is Haywood, 5th is Trim. Not for long, there goes Dupree around on the outside. He's got the 5th spot. 6th is Brian Trim. 7th is Mike Bruno. Flip it. Bruno takes 6th. Trim back to 7th. Now Patrick Dupree, you can really see him now starting to work that race car. Starting to use the right rear tire, trying to get to the front as he used it up too much. Andy Haywood is right in front of him. Race leader Martin Roy already approaching some slower cars at the back of the pack. Richard Tesser continues to run in the 2nd spot. 3rd, it is still Leon Gagnon in the 4th. 4th, it is Andy Haywood in the 80. 5th, Patrick Dupree. 6th, Mike Bruno. 7th is Bryant Trim. 8th is Matt Woodruff. 9th is Mike Wells, and Mike Riel rounds out the top 10 now with the 0-2. Hey, look at Berthiaume. Berthiaume in the 1 is back to 12th. So he's trying to rally, but he is really working that race car hard with the number 1. Martin Roy puts the Ormsby 26 down a lap. Richard Tesser trying to hang with him, but his lap times are 0.4 of a second slower. That last lap, the fast time of the track was set by Andy Haywood running a 16.5. Just off the pace of Haywood was Patrick Dupree with the number 24. Martin Roy continues to work the traffic. Now he's got a clean track in front of him. Dimitron has taken the 9 down to the infield. 10 laps to go for the 90 of Martin Roy. 16.45 Martin Roy on the clock. 16.94 for Richard Tesser. Same thing, a 16.9 for Leon Gagnon. Here's Patrick Dupree, again battling Andy Haywood for position, moving through slower traffic. Mike Bruno's right there as well. Haywood in the 80 and Dupree in the 24. Wheel to wheel all the way down the front stretch. Haywood down on the inside, Dupree around on the outside, and he is finally into the 4th spot. Let's see if he can run down Leon Gagnon. Mike Bruno also trying to chase down the 80 of Andy Haywood. Martin puts a lap on Greg Atkins. Next in his sights, Kenny Schrader driving the Adirondack Auto number 35. Schrader goes down the lap to Martin in the Gamache Truck Center number 90. Martin blistering the field, 33 laps showing complete. Richard Tesser continues to run in the second spot. Now Patrick Dupree going after Leon Gagnon for third. Dupree looks down to the inside, has the slower car there of Neil Provost to the number 74. Provost stays down on the inside. Gagnon will hang on to third for now. Martin having a lead of a full backstretch over Richard Tesser in the number 49. Leon Gagnon third. As we've got a yellow flag, Max MVN in the number 25 pulls down to the infield. He made contact with the wall coming off of turn number 4. Pulls the car down to the infield. Mike Finney with a 38. He's got another right rear tire that has gone down. That's 2 on the night for Finney as he heads back to the garage area. And we 4 laps down. 6 laps remain. Boy, it's nice for why he's got that little buffer behind him in that slower car in Atkins. Here comes the field. Off turn number 4. Down the front stretch. Green flag. Atkins gets out of the way of the leaders. Richard Tesser in the 49 is able to work past Leon Gagnon. Oh, there goes Chris Kay in the 18. Sliding back down through the infield. Over in turn number 1. Out of harm's way. 5 laps remain. Leon Gagnon trying to move to the inside of Greg Atkins, hanging on to third. Patrick Dupree in the 24, still running in the 4th spot. Mike Bruno diving down to the inside, trying to get Andy Haywood, and he will. Mike Bruno's going to get that 5th spot. Boy, that was a brave move there by Bruno. Throwing it down to the inside, and it works. He's to 5th. 6th is Andy Haywood now in the number 80. Martin Roy's lead is half the front stretch, and we got a yellow flag. The Gamache Truck Center number 90. Slow pace into turn number 4. Now on the hammer. Down the front stretch. There's the green flag. He pulls away from Richard Tesser in the 49. Leon Gagnon running solid in third. Now let's see if Patrick Dupree can go after him. Dupree trying to get into the top 3, but can't quite seem to get there. It's still a car length and a half, almost 2, off the back bumper of Leon Gagnon. He closes here, but Gagnon just drives away down the backstretch. Now it's a little tighter. Let's see if he can make something happen in 3 and 4. Here comes Martin off turn 4, 2 laps to go. Richard Tesser out of Chateauguay, Quebec, running comfortably in a 2nd spot. Stéphane Langlois off the pace. He's been on the lead lap all night long. That's as fast as we've seen this 0-0 run all season long. And now something wrong with the 0-0. Perhaps the right rear tire down. Very slow with the 0-0, trying to limp it around the racetrack. Final time around. Mike Bruno is going after the 24. They're wheel to wheel for the 4th spot up into turn number 3. Checkered flag is out. Martin Roy's going to win it. Here they come along the front stretch. Tesser 2nd, 3rd Gagnon, 4th Bruno, 5th to Dupree. 6th goes to Andy Haywood. 7th will go to Mike Riel. 8th to Brian Trim. 9th to Matt Woodruff. And 10th it's going to be Mike Wells in the number 76.
Martin Roy out of his car on top of the roof. Have a nice round of applause. That is win number 6 of 2009 for the Napierville, Quebec driver. And he's also now atop the points. He'll have the point lead by 12 coming into next week, with Patrick Dupree finishing in the 5th spot. While he unbuckles, how about a nice round of applause for Leon Gagnon, who finishes in the 3rd spot. Leon from Chazy with 4. And a solid 2nd place run for Chateauguay, Quebec's Richard Tesser. We'll talk with those guys in just a second. Martin unbuckling. All right, let's see if we can track him down. Come on around, Martin. It looked like tonight, once you were able to get out front, stay right here so we can catch Cam slide over a little bit, Weasel, so everybody gets there. You go, thank you. It looked like tonight the line that you were taking very smooth around the racetrack. The car was handling excellent for you.
Yes, very happy. The lane is very, very good. Thank you everybody to come every week to the show. Thank you very much.
Martin, win number 6 for you. When we started the season, did you think You could win 6 times?
No, the start of the season is many races a surprise, but I'm very happy to this year to win many time. Thank you to Gamache Truck Center and the owner of the car, Jean-Claude Fortin, the G14, is to give me a chance to race at Plattsburgh Speedway.
2 races left, and you'll have a 12-point lead over Patrick Dupree.
Yes, he's very tight, and me and Dupree, and to at the last race in the at the last race, they see at the last race.
Congratulations again on another win.
Thank you very much.
All right, Martin Roy wins.
Still lead them.
No. Nick Haywood is in the number 29. He'll restart 7th.
Rob's the oldest Gerber baby.
No, that's not true, actually. He can't anymore. Does bad things to the system at this age. All right, off turn number 4. Green flag is back out, thankfully. Randy Ledoux from the outside. Let's see if he can pick up the momentum and take the lead down the backstretch. Down the backstretch. The 47 has the lead into turn number 3. Dave Raptoy trying to come back on the inside. They'll race for the lead down the front stretch. The 47's got it. Randy Ledoux has the lead at the stripe. Raptoy trying to come back after him. A good run off turn number 2. Robert Gordon, don't count him out. He's in the mix. Gordon is also looking for his first win of the season. Mr. Consistency in that H2O. Now Dave Raptoy still right at the door of Randy Ledoux in the 47. Ledoux's lead is about half car length. Ledoux in the 47, Raptoy in the 21. Raptoy been very smooth through the turns. Oh, that time though, the 47 was able to get a good run and pull away down the backstretch. And Raptoy is still stuck down on the inside as Robert Gordon's coming after him. Look at the top point guys battling it out. Lonnie Rivers, his left side tire is right down into the dirt. Digging the dirt over in turn number 4, trying to dig his way to the front. Now Randy Ledoux drifts up the track. He's got Robert Gordon right behind him in line. Dave Raptoy still not giving up that fight, trying to hang on to second, but it's not going to happen. You've got Robert Gordon now to the second spot with the H2O. Randy Ledoux with the 47, Robert Gordon, Dave Raptoy, Josh Terry, Joe Warren, and Robert Gordon looks to the inside of Randy Ledoux off turn number 2 and down the backstretch. 21 laps are showing complete. Could be a real good finish tonight for the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegades. Randy Ledoux looking for his 4th. Oh, Joe Warren's in trouble. Joe Warren in the 13, slowing down up towards the wall, perhaps getting a piece of the wall, now coming along the front stretch with the number 13. May have the right front tire down. Oh, no, that's broken. He's broke on the right front. All kinds of sparks billowing out of that number 13, trying to limp back to the pits, and it looks like he's going to make it. Here comes a race for the lead off turn number 4. Down to the stripe, it's still Ledoux. Ledoux had the lead by 2 feet. In turn number 2, Robert Gordon has the lead off the second turn down the backstretch. Let's see if the 47 can come back after him. They're almost even pulling into turn number 3. Gordon on the inside. Randy Ledoux on the outside. Here they come off turn number 4. Robert Gordon has the lead. Gordon had the lead at the stripe. Let's see if Ledoux can get that run off turn number 2. He's going to need it if he's going to win for the 4th time. Down the backstretch. Randy Ledoux trying to get right back there. It's going to set up for an Alcoa fantastic finish. They're even into turn number 4. Here they come off the 4th turn down the front stretch. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Robert Gordon on the inside. Randy Ledoux 2nd, 3rd Dave Raptoy, 4th Josh Terry, Nick Haywood 5th, 6th to Lonnie Rivers, 7th to Keith O'Neill. Looked like 8th to the 25 of Kevin Booten, 9th for Jason Sawyer, and 10th for Lance Raptoy in the number 11.
He's climbing out of his car. Give him a nice round of applause. He's from Milton. Robert Gordon with the H2O. Mr. Consistency in this division. And this is Robert Gordon's favorite part. He loves doing interviews. He's so talkative when we get on the microphone. He loves these interviews. And you know, I'm not sure this car has ever looked better.
No, it looks better than ever did. We put a new fender on it.
And you've got that nice Premier paving sticker up front.
Synergy Solutions on the back. Of course, the H2O well drilling. Yeah, really worked good tonight.
And the car, Robert, not just tonight, but really over the last 2 or 3 weeks has come to life. Something that you found or just a different setup that you threw together, but the car's come to life.
Ever since we wrecked it, it's been better. So that was a good night, even though it didn't seem like it.
Now, you and I both know when you wreck this car, it only adds to the character. Right. It makes it a little bit more, I don't know what the word is, but the character is there.
The good-looking front fender looks out of place.
Well, congratulations on the win. That was a great race. Tell me about the race with Randy. You were able to get it done on the inside. He had momentum on the outside.
Yeah, but he was pushing off the corner. He'd go in so fast to try to stay there that he just couldn't hold it down coming out. He was pushing pretty good, so I saw it coming. It worked good.
Well, congratulations on your win. I know you'll enjoy it.
Well, thank you.
All right, Robert Gordon gets the win.
Here we go. Bomber main event is under green. 20 laps, 20-minute time limit. Atkins on the inside. Richner on the outside. They are side by side up the backstretch. They're going 3 wide to scramble by the 19 of Desatel. Atkins has a nose in front. Richner coming right back on the outside. Off turn 4. It's Grape Ape in the lead. Atkins back to second in the 21A. Joe Jeanette running third. Amaze and April moving into the 4th spot in the 23. And it's Chad Collins in the 22. And then we got a blanket of 7 or 8 cars covering for that number 6 spot. They race 4 wide coming off turn 4. Everybody gets through. And some of the faster cars that started toward the back of their pack are trying to work their way to the front. Scott Richner is your leader. He's got 5 car lengths on Joe Jeanette in the 31. Good battle for the number 3 spot. Brandon Atkins takes that back away from April Bordeaux. Chad Collins now runs 4th. Jason Blondo in the 5, running in the 5th spot. Here comes the Green Slime Plus on the inside. He's now going to take 5th as Atkins got off over in the bunker and lost 3 or 4 spots. The Grape Ape has led each and every one of the top 4 laps. Some of the faster cars are starting to work their way toward the front. Right now he's got 6 or 7 car lengths on Joe Jeanette, who runs second in the 31. Here comes Blondo on the outside. Here comes the Green Slime Plus of Laporte on the inside. They're trying to move into that number 3 spot. Laporte takes 3rd. Collins 4th. The superstar, Cody Myers, now has his 75 on the move. And here comes the 57 of Bill Joyle. Outside, it's the 5 of Blondo. Those 3 cars battling together for the number 5 spot. Right about now, Scott Richner in the 21 is wishing this were only a 15-lap race. He's looking awfully strong up front, but as the laps go down, some of those faster cars are starting to close that gap. Joyle's 57 has come to a halt on the backstretch, which will bring out a yellow flag, and which will probably bring out a few not-so-nice words from the driver of the 21. And now, 6 down, 14 to go. Richner and Jeanette back to the green flag. Josh Laporte, the Green Slime Plus, number 45B, looking to the inside of the Grape Ape. And Laporte is going to grab the lead. Richner trying to fight right back on the outside, but as they come off turn 4, it's going to be Green Slime Plus, the new leader. Richner back to second. He's caught on the outside as Blondo moves up on the inside in the 5 car. He is going to take the 2nd spot away. Here comes Josh Leclerc on the move on the inside. The 7 car moves up, takes 4th spot away from Collins, and he's going to take 3rd spot away from the Grape Ape. The last few weeks, Josh Leclerc has been on fire. We've got a car in the wall. It's the 75 of Cody Myers. He gets tagged from behind by the 19 of Bill Desatel. Myers was back down. That means 12 to go for the Bombers. We're back to green. The Green Slime Plus has the lead. Here comes Josh Leclerc looking to the outside in the 7. Jason Blondo 3 wide out there in the 5.
He likes
the
it.
Grape Ape running 4th in the 21. Here comes Curtis Seymour in the 357. He's going to move on the inside and take 4th spot away. Good battle up front. Josh Laporte, Josh Leclerc. We're going to call him Josh Blondo tonight just to make it 3 Joshes in a row. Laporte leads it in the 45 and Leclerc right alongside. Blondo looking for a way by in the 5, and here comes Kurt Seymour in the move in the 357. You may be actually good luck for these Bomber drivers. Rob, you interviewed Josh Leclerc a few weeks ago, and he's run great ever since you interviewed him. You interviewed Seymour today, and he's having a great run in the 357 tonight.
That's the nicest thing you've said about me this year.
It's the only nice thing I've said about you this year.
That's right.
They continue to battle for the lead as we are just past the halfway point, completing lap number 10. The green slime plus for Josh Laporte in the 45 and Josh Leclerc in the number 7 on the outside. They have run side by side the last 3 laps. Kurt Seymour looking to the inside of Jason Blondo in the 5 as they come off turn 4. They've got a good battle going on for the number 3 spot. The 72 of Curtis LaGrave Jr. running in the number 5 spot. Then we come back to the 22 of Chad Collins, the 57 of Bill Joyle, the 88 of Josh Durvage, the points leader, sort of mired toward the back end of the top 10. Scott Richner is 9th, and Joe Jeanette rounds out the top 10 in the 31 car. Josh Leclerc is taking the lead away from Josh Laporte. Blondo running 3rd, closing in on the 45B. Seymour is 4th, and LaGrave 5th. There'll be 5 to go next time by for the Monster Energy Drink Bombers. After a slew of mechanical problems in the middle stages of the season, the 7 team of Josh Leclerc has really picked it up the past few weeks, and he's been one of the cars to beat for the past month here at the Airborne Speedway. He's starting to open up just a little bit of ground on the 45 car. That lead now 2 car lengths as they head up the backstretch. It's another 4 car lengths back to Jason Blondo's 5, and a good battle now between the LaGrave 72 and Seymour's 357. Josh Leclerc in the 7, Josh Laporte in the 45, and Jason Blondo in the 5. Those 3 cars have now pulled away from that 4th place battle between Seymour and LaGrave. Seymour has the 4th spot. Now LaGrave is 5th and Joyle is 6th. Chad Collins now 7th, Durvage 8th, Richner is 9th, and Jeanette still remains 10th. Haven't been a lot of changes in the top 10 since we last gave you that rundown.
What position's Durvage in?
8th right now.
So the points chase will close a little bit. Londo's running in 3rd. He stands to pick up 42. 32, so he'll pick up 10 points. It'll cut it down to about 17 if they finish this way.
White flag is out for Josh Leclerc in the 7. Josh Laporte is 2nd, Jason Blondo's 3rd. That looks like the way they're going to finish. Off turn for the final time. Josh Leclerc is going to be your winner. 2nd place goes to the 45B. The green slime gets 2nd. 5 of Jason Blondo gets the 3rd spot. The 357 of Kurt Seymour. And the 72 of Curtis LaGrave Jr. round out the top 5.
This way so everybody can see you. And this time around, the interview is going to be the easiest part. Tell us about the race. The car, again, has been really fast over about the last 3 weeks to a month.
Yeah, the car was definitely hooked up again tonight. It's just awesome to win from the back of the pack. That's the best place to win from.
Well, that means you're doing a lot of work. Where was the car hooked up for you?
Mostly in 3 and 4. It was pushing in 1 and 2, but I managed.
Well, congratulations on your 2nd win now. Is there anything you're supposed to mention this time around?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Boyd's Excavating, Chris Construction, Joe's Lawn Care, and, bilge about to let you go.
All right, nobody got married or any anniversaries or anything like that?
Nope, not this way.
All right, nice job. Good for you. Second win for Josh Leclerc. Rick, wrap up the...
Do you plan on looking at the camera?
I am looking at the camera.
We were not on the open, so we need to be on the close.
What do you mean? Oh, that's right. Who did the open?
Someone I don't know.
Robbie did the open all by himself? Oh, how many takes did that?
Well, he and I tried to do it a few times, but he screwed up 3 times, and then I had to go to work.
You probably gave it right to him. Anyways, let's do this in one take. Go ahead.
What happened?
Well, in the modified division, what happened was Martin kicked the rear end of everybody else in the field. His 6th win of the year, and also he increased his point lead. He's going to have a 12-point lead going into next week. Patrick Dupree really rallied pretty well to end up with a 5th-place finish after being at the back of the pack twice in that feature event. But a 12-point lead for Martin with only 2-point counting races remaining for the Ernie's Discount Tools Mods.
6 wins in a division with so many cars and such great competition. It's a great accomplishment for the Napierville driver.
Oh, absolutely. And I asked him that in Victory Lane. Would you have anticipated winning so many times? And he's got one of the best crews there, too. You know, they put a lot of money into that team, well-funded, and it certainly shows out on the racetrack.
In the sportsman division, we're going to have a change in the points lead as Robin Wood has a flat tire, manages to limp home. But while that was going on, Bucko Branham was winning the race.
Yeah, it was a lead that, points-wise, that has just dwindled week after week after week. The middle of the season, Robin Wood was untouchable in the division at one time, winning 4 straight. But Bucko Branham has won now twice in a row, and Robin has had some tough luck, as you said, had the tire go down late in the race. And unofficially, we'll have a new points leader next week in the J&S Steel Sportsman division. Bucko Branham is the defending track champion, and now he's in a position to perhaps to go back-to-back. But they have 3-point counting races remaining for the sportsman class. Robin Wood, don't count him out just yet.
In the Renegade division, it is amazing what a brand-new right front fender will do for a race car.
Yeah, it makes it real pretty, I guess. Robert Gordon, you know, he's Mr. Consistency in that division. He always runs strong. The car is never pretty, even with a new right front fender and a sticker on it. It's never pretty, but good for Robert Gordon. He's a nice guy in the pits, and you know, he drives a clean race. His race car may not be pretty, but it was very fast, and it's been fast over the last 2 to 3 weeks.
In the mini modifieds, Bill Twaits gets the win, and he is the new points leader. Of course, from what we were told in tech area, this is all unofficial, the top 3, as there are some things they are researching on the engines in all 3 of the cars.
And Rick Donor goes to the 2nd spot in the points, and as you said, pending the final review over in the tech area. But Billy Twaits and Rick Donor have been swapping that top spot in the points back and forth, and it looks like it is swapped again this week.
And the event to close out the evening, the main event for the Bombers, Josh Leclerc has really turned into a dominant race car after a month of struggles.
Well, yeah, they had all kinds of problems, electrical issues and other issues with that car, but once they've figured it out, he has become a tough guy to beat and a force in the Bomber division, winning 2 of the last 3 weeks.
Pretty good race for the Speedster Midgets tonight as well.
I thought they were very entertaining, and Billy V ends up getting the victory. And you know, they don't have a lot of cars. I'd love to see them with about 30 cars in their field. That would be a phenomenal race. But it's nice to see. We saw some swapping for the lead back and forth, the positions being traded back and forth down the stretch, and Billy V ended up with the win. Nice to see all those drivers making the long haul to Airborne, and again, an exciting race.
It's time for one of the most eagerly anticipated portions of the program, when we name the Watson Glass Driver of the Week, and my vote this week goes to Robert Gordon.
It's going to be unanimous. Robert Gordon is my pick. That's an easy pick.
And Gene's vote goes to? Gordo. Robert Gordon also gets Gene's vote. 3 votes for Robert Gordon.
It's a win.
Includes a win for the Renegade driver as the Watson Glass Driver of the Week. Thanks to Jim Watson from the Watson Glass Company for his participation in the Motorsports Magazine program. Thanks to Brian McBride from Plattsburgh.com and Calvin Castine from Hometown Cable, as well as our videographers Robbie Knowles, Sam Zins, and Gene Gagne from Outside Groove. For Rob Knowles, I'm Rick Knowles. Until next week, have a good week, everybody.